up, B Squad? It is me, JB, and I am here today, you guys, with another review for the Real Housewives of Potomac, you guys. Season 10, Episode 6. This episode was titled Suns Out, Buns Out. Before we go ahead and get into it, if you guys are watching this video or any other video on the channel and you guys are not yet subscribed, I need you guys to do me a solid favor and stop taking me out on this date and then having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys know the routine. You can do me that favor by liking the video, you guys, subscribing to the channel, turning on your post notifications, and also by sharing the video. And with that, you guys, out of the way, without further ado, let us get into this episode of Potomac, shall we, you guys? Before we get into it, I just want you guys to tell me, what did you think about the episode? Did you guys enjoy it? For me, I mean, it's another episode of Potomac that I could. What I will say, this episode did get on my nerves. I will be honest about that. It definitely got on my nerves. And the reason why it got on my nerves is because the things that these ladies are arguing about, it's like, ladies, what are y'all arguing about at this point? Like, y'all doing the most for no reason. Three people in particular. Jazzy, you did the most. Who else did the most? Kiarna did the most. Angel, girl, you stay doing the most. And the thing is, with Angel, girl, I'm really trying with you, but you really do make it like uber hard to defend you, be on your side, or anything like that, because it's just like, girl, mm, 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 mm. Really be trying to be on Angel's side, but Angel is a huge letdown. Good afternoon. You said, is this the lady? The ladies, you have. I'm so sorry. I can't. It's together. You asked me when is Basketball Wives coming back. Oh, ooh, I couldn't even tell you when Basketball Wives is coming back, because that is a show y'all know I do not touch. I haven't reviewed Basketball Wives in a very, very long time. And I think we're going to continue to keep it that way, because Basketball Wives, I can stomach Potomac more than I can ever stomach Basketball Wives. And that's crazy to me to say that, but and Corey, hey, how are you doing today? So yeah, Potomac last night, I mean, like I said, I was just kind of sitting here looking at this episode, saying to myself, what are we arguing about? Because everybody's arguments last night, I was confused. For most of the episode, I was confused. So let's get into the review, you guys. So we pick up where we last left off, and that was with Kay and Jazzy having their little spat, bicker, whatever you want to call it, with each other, right? So they asked, what do we need to do to move this forward, move forward with this? And the girls were like, well, how about you guys just sleep on it and table it? I was like, I would agree with that. Please sleep on it. Please sleep on it. Please don't ever bring this up again, because who cares? So then Giselle had them bring out some shots, right? So they're going to be shady shots. So each shot has something about the ladies on it. So Ashley's was Duchess Darby. That's a joke. Tia's was about her being, a joke about her being a stylist. Stacy's didn't have a name on it because Giselle still don't know who Stacy is. I was like, girl, how long are we gonna run with this one? Like, you are running this really into the ground at this point. But if Giselle likes it, then I love it for her. I really don't. But hey, let's let her have it, right? So then I forgot what Wendy's was. Jazzy's was stepmama. I was like, funny. She's about to be a stepmother. And then Kay's was something about hating Giselle. So Kay was confused, right? So Giselle is explaining to Kay that now you guys remember that episode when Wendy and Kay met up with each other. Well, that's what we're talking about. So Wendy went back to Giselle and told Giselle what happened with Kay. I was like, oh God, Wendy, you ain't doing yourself, but you really are proving what I already knew was that you secretly wanted to be friends with Giselle. I mean, and hey, if that's what you wanted to, if that was what you wanted to do, similar to Monique, then have at it, slap yourself silly, do whatever you got to do, right? So Kay was like, let's just table, like, how about we just wait and have this conversation with Wendy? And Giselle was okay with that, right? Then Giselle told them what they're going to be doing for the next day, and they're going to be going on a yacht. It's going to be the last day of the trip. And I was like, thank God. Thank God, because I can't take much more of this crap. But this episode, what I will say is, although I thought some of the arguments were childish and stupid, it wasn't the worst episode that I've watched this season of Potomac. So then we get back to the villa, and hey, Miss Bay thing. So then we get back to the villa, right? And so we're at the villa, and we see as Ashley and Stacy are having a conversation with each other, right? And so once again, Ashley and her forehead are concerned about what Stacy did or did not do with Chris Samuels. Because I guess Ashley is saying that People Magazine had confirmed that she was seen with Chris or whatever. Ashley, let me ask you this question for the umpteenth time, forehead. Why do you care? Oh, that's right, because you don't have a storyline and you need a reason to stay on this show. Bravo, who is that production company, y'all? Is it Truly Original? Listen to me clear. Please, for the love of all that is good and that is holy, do not offer this woman her champagne flute for season 11. That is all I'm gonna ask. You can bring. I'm fine with y'all bringing Giselle back. That bothers me, but it don't bother me as much as y'all. It would bother me if y'all continuously bring Ashley back. Correct. You say this season is boring for me for some reason. You know, I've heard people say that this season is boring. Do I think it's boring? I'm not gonna say I think it's boring. I just think that the ladies aren't really working. If that makes sense to you guys. And when I say I don't think that I think that which they do this every year. They find which most housewives cities do this, where they find that one person that they can gang up on and make them their storyline. Whereas this season, it's Stacy, Angel. Those two are the girls that they're. It's like they see fresh what and it ain't even fresh meat when it comes to Stacy, but it's like they see fresh meat and it's like, oh shit, let's pounce on this bitch and get her. That's just what it gives to me. But again, I want you guys to tell me what you think and what you feel. But I don't think the season is. I'm not finding the season boring. I'm just finding them infuriating, and that's why I'm kind of glad that I don't watch this shit live anymore because I couldn't. I would lose my marbles if I couldn't fast forward through these women. I really would. So back I forgot what I had forgot what I was talking about, to be honest with you guys as well. So back to Ashley's old big head ass. So Ashley is asking Stacy, did she sleep with Chris Samuels? Girl, what they got to do with you? Inquiring minds would love to know, why is that your business? Why do you care what Stacy did or did not do with Chris? Stacy says she didn't sleep with Chris. I believe Stacy. Like I said, at this point, Ashley is doing nothing but grasping at fucking straws. And it's like, girl, if you don't get your big head ass off my television screen, but oh, that's right, you got to make sure that you can afford somewhere for you and Sheila to stay. Because if it wasn't for this show and Michael's money, you and Sheila would be right back under that bridge in a tent. And yes, like I said before, I'm gonna drag Sheila at every opportunity that I get. I'm dragging Sheila, right? So then we get to the next day, right? So the ladies are getting ready to go to the yacht, right? And so we get on the yacht, and Giselle, she told Wendy, like, me, you, and Kay, we need to have a conversation. And Wendy was like, why do we need to have a conversation? Why do we need to do this, right? So they sat down, they had the conversation. So Giselle asked Kiana, like, so what is this that, about the you hate me or stuff like that? And so Kiana is saying that she never told Wendy that she hated Giselle. And so Giselle kind of wants to know where this kind of spearheaded from. So we're going back in time. We're going back to the night of the GNA fashion show. And y'all remember that happened in season 8, right? Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the GNA fashion show happened season 8. It was season 8 finale. And so Kiana still feels a way that Giselle did not reach out to her after that happened. And I was like, girl, you holding on to something from that was my birthday that happened. And I can't remember which birthday. It wasn't last year. I feel like it was 2023. But I remember this scene happened. They filmed this scene on my birthday exactly because my birthday was on a Friday. When was the last time my birthday was on a Friday? I forgot. But it was on my birthday when they filmed that scene. But I remember when we got to the season that Giselle had left immediately after that fashion show because her father was in the hospital, and not long after her, they mentioned that her dad died. So I was looking at Kay like, so you wanted this woman, which granted, I'm not gonna sit here and attack Kay and say she doesn't, I'm not gonna attack Kay and be like, oh girl, get over it. No, I'm not gonna say that, but I don't fully understand what you expected from Giselle when her father was so deathly ill and on his deathbed and he passed away. Like, girl, I don't know what you expected from that woman. Cause I want to text you then, and I'm so glad that Tia even said, like, girl, she just said her daddy died. Like, I wouldn't have reached out to you either. Like when my mom passed away, I wouldn't have, like, if anything was going on in my friends' lives, it ain't that I don't love them, but it would have been like, yeah, I'm sorry. Something like Giselle said, you got your face, like you went and got a plastic surgeon. My father's not here. What are we talking about? Hey Chuck, how are you doing? Like, I was so confused with Kiana, but you know what, Kiana, do you, girlfriend, and it is what it is. But okay, like I just didn't understand Kiana. So that was the first time. That was the first point of this episode where I was kind of irritated because it was just like Kiana, Kiana. Chuck, I definitely understand that whole thing about being cold. You say Kiana and Angel can go. Yeah. So here's the thing. What I will say with Angel is I'm gonna give Angel a little bit of grace. I'm gonna give Angel a little bit of grace. I think she might be a little bit postpartum. Like she might be a little bit postpartum. So I might give her a little bit of grace with that. But Kiana, she just very miserable. So y'all not feeling Angel. Y'all not feeling Angel, which I'm okay with it. But yeah, I just want to extend her a little bit of grace because I don't know, you guys. It's just I wonder if the girl is postpartum. I'm definitely wondering that part, if she's postpartum. So after that, also, Kiana, you kind of deflected because you said that Wendy was like, well, Wendy said that you were a snake and all this kind of stuff. And Giselle was like, she said that to my face. Okay, whatever. Moving on. So then we see as, you know, they had fun on the yacht. They dove into, they did some diving into the waters and all that kind of stuff. They had a good time. I don't care. Okay, Chuck says, I went and remembered her saying she was going to be above the mess, but she started it in the end. I agree with Wendy. Yeah, I do too. You say, Corey says, I don't like most of these ladies. They're unlikable. I can agree with that. Most of them are unlikable. I can absolutely give you that one. So after that, we see the ladies, they went to dinner, right? So they're having a conversation about Jazzy's wedding that is coming up. This is part two of my frustration in this episode. So Giselle and Ashley decided to take it upon themselves. And well, it was first Giselle. So Giselle asked Stacy, are you going to Jazzy's wedding? She was like, I hope so. So we found out from Stacy in her interview that Stacy is doing her cannabis line. And so she's doing some stuff around that particular time when when Jazzy's wedding is happening. Giselle feels that when it comes to Stacy, that Stacy is only doing this because at the time Jazzy wasn't announced to be on the season, right? So that's what Giselle feels, and she feels like now that she's on the show, now it's okay to film with her. I was like, okay, girl, whatever. That sounds like you, but whatever. So then after that, Ashley decides to say, well, weren't you asked to be a bridesmaid? And she was like, yes, I was asked to be a bridesmaid, and I declined it. And I was like, okay, what does that have to do with you, Ashley? Please tell me what that has to do with you. How does it hurt you, help you, affect you? How does that, like, what does that do to your life? Like, I would really, truly, honestly love to know what it does to your life. Because to me, it's given, again, grasping at straws. I'm liking Tia as well, and Stacy. I've always liked Stacy since last season. I need to know why Jizzy has her cankle on Stacy's neck because she has no storyline, much like her friend Ashley. So Jazzy says that she loves, she loves Stacy. Cool. So and Stacy's like, we're good. Please stay that way. Don't let them two miserable hens get in between y'all's. If y'all have a good friendship with each other, don't let them two miserable sows get in between that. So after that, this is where I say the irritation and the frustration came in because Tia called out Jazzy about what she said the day before about the whole filters of it, all right. And she, talked about the fact that Tia uses filters. And Tia was like, well, girl, you use filters too. And it's about the same with me and you. So Jazzy got pissed off, and I was like, really, girl, all this behind some fucking filters? So then Jazzy gets so hyped and so animated. And when I say I was confused at first, I was like, what the is going on here? But then I finally understood what was going on. So Jazzy is pissed off with with not Angel, with Tia, because Tia told her on the way back to where their villa, right, that the man that owns that restaurant was flirting with her and that Darius got some competition. I was like, what? You're mad about that? The woman was clearly fucking joking with you. Like, are you serious? So you mad at this woman because she said that your fiance got some competition with a man that is missing some teeth. Girl, it ain't even that deep. But hey, Jazzy, if you like it, I love it. I really, truly the fuck don't, because it was dumb as fuck. Chuck says Ashley's the cartoon Chihuahua falling behind Giselle's cartoon bulldog. And Tia took Jazzy's ass down swiftly. She did. Jazzy did tell on herself because I mean, let's like I said last season, Darius ain't a looker, but I mean, okay, girlfriend, if you like it, I love it. Like it's so weird to me. Just me being person. Just keep me. Mm-mm. Like I was like, girl, you doing the most. So they're going to be leaving this dinner, and they're going to be going back to the villa, and they're going to be having a slut night, right? So before they got there, Tia apologizes to Jazzy. I was like, Tia, you didn't owe her no apology. Like you didn't say nothing wrong to that girl. That's just her insecurity, and I don't know why. Because she's a beautiful girl, and again, this man is on an island, far, far away from Potomac, Maryland. Okay, Jazzy, whatever. Yeah, but let's move on. So another confusing scene for me. So 30 minutes after the cameras had shut down, they didn't have any cameras up, any mics on. They were heading back to the villa, right? And so you hear from Stacy that Angel and Jazzy were having this very heated conversation, right? So Angel is referring to a woman as stringy haired and snaggletooth. I was like, wow, okay. That was interesting. Those were interesting descriptions of a person. I wonder if anybody's found out who this woman is. I do wonder if anybody has found this woman at this point. But so yeah, they're talking about some woman. And I figured I was like, it's either gotta be a woman that her husband either dated or it's gotta be someone in the WAG's universe with them. Okay. So you say Tia recognized Jazzy's immaturity and apologized to keep the peace. Hell, it wouldn't have been me. Fuck immaturity. I'm not gonna apologize if I ain't saying nothing wrong to you. Like you'll be waiting for that apology. Now we get to this event, this party with these slutty outfits, right? I don't know what Giselle had on, and I damn sure don't know what Ashley had on. I was a ball of confusion because I was like, what the fuck are these outfits? Oh my god, what were these outfits? Oh god, what were those? What the hell did Giselle and Ashley have on? Does anybody know what them women had on? Ugh, my sweet Jesus. And then them two had the audacity. Oh, and them two had the unmitigated gall and audacity to want to do a damn clothing line. Clothing line, my ass. Chuck says, JB, if the cameras were down, how did they get that scene? I mean, sometimes the ladies do film on their cell phones, so or even the producers, like they may take the cameras down, but somebody got their cell phone somewhere, or even a GoPro. You say you think Giselle was a circus ringmaster? I wouldn't. I don't put nothing past Giselle at this point. To be frank with you, I don't put Jack Diddley shit past that lady. Nothing. Not a damn thing past her. Um. So after that, yeah. So the slutty outfits, Giselle and Ashley, absolutely not. Everybody else, they look good, right? Even Stacy in her German attire. was a little weird, but I was like, okay. So then, oh God. So they start having fun with each other, right? Once again, per usual, Angel is upset. I said, oh my God, Angel. Like, please, girl, stop. Like, dude, this girl, is she ever happy? Oh, thank you for subscribing and welcome. It's the Queen Ulsa show. Welcome. But yeah, so once again, Angel is in her feelings. I was like, Angel, beloved, I'm really, 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 really trying with y'all. I'm really trying with Angel. I do like Angel. I just don't think that this season Angel should have come on this show. I think if Angel were to come, I think Angel should have been at least a year or two postpartum before she even decided to do Potomac because I'm gonna chalk it up to I think she is postpartum. I really do believe she's postpartum because it's not the math ain't like it's something's off with Angel, and that's why I say I'm giving Angel just a little bit of grace. I know y'all ain't giving her grace, but I just want to extend some kind of grace to that girl because I just wonder if she is postpartum and this wasn't the show for her. I don't even know if she should have been a friend of Chuck, to be quite honest with you, because she's extremely sensitive. And here's the thing, some of the things that the ladies are saying and doing, especially when they were questioning her about that picture, yes, I would have felt away, but I would have read Giselle and I would have read Ashley's or raggedy asses, right? So I just don't know that she should have been on this season, right? So then the lady started giving Jazzy a lap dance. Then I almost threw up in my fucking mouth. I almost threw up in my fucking mouth when I saw Ashley Darby get up. I don't know what she had in her hand, but she wrote a D on so she wrote a D on what's her name? Jazzy's she wrote a D on Jazzy and she licked it up. I said, ew, I don't want to throw up because it's Ashley. Like it was Ashley. I'm not, you're fine. Team Jazzy. I don't have a problem with that. Like if you're Team Jazzy, that's fine. Like I don't have an issue with Jazzy. I actually don't have an issue with any of these women. But when she licked on Jazzy, I was like, oh God, I want to cringe. Then Stacy got up and she said she was gonna spank Jazzy the German way. I said, only Stacy. I had to kind of laugh at it because it was really cute and it was really funny. Um, so then, uh, so then, what's her name? Angel went next, right? So she handcuffed Jazzy, right? And she told Jazzy she has a big mouth, and she's like, "That's why I'm getting married." I was like, "Come on, Jazzy, I was here for that. Like, shit, I got a big ass mouth. That's why I got the man that I got." I was like, "You know what, girl? Let them know. Let them know. Let them know." So after that, now Jazz, girl, when you had your hands behind your back and you flipped your your hands from behind your back to the front, I was like, oh girl, did your shoulder pop out? Oh, I cringed. That shit made me cringe. I was like, oh my God. No, she did not. No, the fuck she didn't. Baby, when I tell you I cringed because I was like, oh, I know that had to hurt. See, Corey, I agree. Ashley always looks a mess. Oh yeah, I would have made Jizzy and Ashley cry. Absolutely. It was a chocolate pen, and I would have broke that chocolate pen because she would have licked shit off of me. Not, oh my God, not Jazzy might need a penicillin shot from for Ashley. Yeah, Jazzy is a class act. She's from Oklahoma as well. Yeah, I couldn't remember where she was from, but yeah, I do like Jazzy. I think I think she's a cool girl. I didn't know Jazzy was that fine. I didn't know she was that stacked either. Cause when I saw her, I was like, oh, Jazzy is stacked. Okay, Jazzy. Like I said, I see why Derek. I see it because baby girl is stacked. She looks good, but I still want to let Ashley lick me. I still want to let Ashley lick me. So I think it was either Wendy or I think it was either Wendy or what's her name? Giselle. One of the girls asked why does Jazzy have such a big mouth, right? Did she say something? Did she do something? So this is where I got lost in the sauce again. Remember, I told you I got lost in the sauce 3 times in this episode. First, it was Keanu with Giselle, right? Then it was Jazzy on the boat with Tia. Because I just didn't understand why Jazzy got so mad at Tia. Because Tia was making a joke. Now, here is the last time that I'm confused in this episode. So we talk about what happened with Jazzy and with what's the girl's name? Angel, right? So Angel says that somebody had reached out to Jazzy and told Jazzy some things that were untrue. I was like, okay, why is it such a big deal? You say she's chewing the girls. Chuck says, I have family in Tulsa, north of Greenwood and the university. Okay. Uh, Ashley makes everything sexual is tacky. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, so Jazzy explains it. So Jazzy said she pulled Tia to the side to have a sidebar with Tia with Angel. Sorry, Angel. I was like, oh, so you pulled her aside and had a conversation with her. Cool. So what are you mad about? So here's where Tia lost me because Tia says that someone. So she made friends with this girl who, when Bobby was playing for Chicago, I guess, right? She made friends with this girl. Then the accountant, his agent, and somebody else got on a three-way call with Bobby and said that someone told them that Tia was stealing money from him and she was hiding birth control so that she could get pregnant without his knowledge. And I was like, okay, I get that you will be upset about that. And I'm not knocking you for being upset about that, but I'm confused. You're saying it's not true. So okay. And then Jazzy was like, and they were like, you weren't so nice to that person. And Tia even admitted that she said something, she said some things to the girl because the girl's the one that told the agent. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, y'all. I keep saying Angel and Tia. I'm sorry. I don't mean it. But Angel is saying that she checked the girl. She checked the girl, right? So Jazzy then said that they said that she was not so nice to another girl. And I'm like, and so Angel is saying this is not true. And I was like, okay, if it's not true, then what are you upset with Jazzy for? And at least Jazzy pulled you to the side and didn't have this conversation in front of the women. So I'm not understanding why Angel is so upset with Jazzy. So Angel was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and go and leave. I said, huh? Wait. You're leaving because of this? None of the girls have said anything negative about you. None of the girls have even said that they believe it. Even Jazzy said, that's not the person that I've met. You've been nice to me. So that's why she brought it to you. Angel, baby. Like, Angel babes, this ain't it. This is not it. This show ain't for you. What up, Mims? You say Chuck says, I think Angel chin checked one of those women. She must have. So Mims say we can't trust nobody who starts to believe they look like their filters. Delulu. I don't know what to believe when it comes to Angel because she's really doing a whole lot to me. It's like, ma'am, why are you this upset about what someone else said? If you're saying that it's not true, and then somebody asked her, they were like, girl, how long ago was this? She said 2016. I was even with Giselle. Girl, your husband married you. Y'all have how many kids together? Either he didn't give a fuck, or he didn't give a fuck, or he didn't give a fuck. One of the three. Like, I just don't understand. Angel, yeah, if they offer you a contract for next season, do me a big huge favor. Don't accept it. Do not accept that contract, girl. This show ain't for you. Potomac, this wasn't for you. This was not for you. I'm so sorry to tell you. Because again, I get you being upset about the filter comment. That was something to be upset about. But this stuff right here that you're upset about, ma'am, at least Jazzy pulled you to the side and had a conversation with you. So what are you upset about? Like, I just don't get it. The Queen also show, I do believe that. Monty, you say that Jazzy was out of effing order. For what? I would like to know what she was out of order for, because she did the right, I think she did the right thing and not brought it to the group and actually told. Oh, okay, at the table with Tia. Okay, thank you for clearing it up. Miss Baythang said, I agree with Jizzy. 9 years. Bye. Exactly. Angel, sweetie pie, I'm so sorry. Again, I'm gonna have to say it one more time for you, Angel, sweetie. This show ain't for you. Now, you did seem upbeat on Watch What Happens Live last night, but yeah, I just don't think that I don't think that you made the right move coming on this show. Did you not watch Potomac before you signed up? Did you not see how these women can be some mean spirited heifers? So yeah, I mean, I'm not upset with Jazzy. I thought Jazzy did the right thing. And again, everybody even said it. Girl, she did the right thing. So she goes and calls Bobby and she's upset. I was like, oh my God, girl, if you don't stop calling your husband. Angel is a flop. I still like Angel, but I just got to be real about it. She's a flop. Um, you say I was confused. It's like Angel was talking about a totally different story than Jazzy. No, I think they were talking about the same story. I think the problem with that story was that I think what it is multiple people told Jazzy she's a mean girl, she's this and she's that. And Angel, if Angel, I'm gonna say this too. Hanging out with Kiarna, it doesn't help the cause, because like Mim said, how can we believe somebody who believes that those filters were them, right? And I'm gonna also point out something else about you. You kind of do give that narrative that you could be a mean person, and I'm gonna explain why. You this season so far, Giselle has called you out how many times? And each time that Giselle has called you out, you have an issue with Wendy. Even on Watch What Happens Live last night, you did shade Giselle on Watch What Happens Live, but you ain't shaded Giselle in her face not once this fucking season. So that's my problem with you, Angel. So you do kind of give to that narrative that you might be a mean ass person. Like, the hell? You say I can't stand fake ass Andy. I can't watch What Happens Live anymore. I'm gonna tell you guys the reason why I was able to watch What Happens Live, because I watched Wendy's episode of Housewives, wife swap, because I want to see if any of that stuff that she's claiming in her fraud case, we were gonna see it. So that's why I watched it. But it was a cute episode. Now, I didn't finish all of Watch What Happens Live, so I will say that too. So, Mims, you said the problem is her connection to the show is the weakest link in the cast. Her and her homegirl are better suited to be viewers, not cast. Mims, you hit it right you hit the nail right on the head with that one. Like, I agree. Kiarna is a flop too. Kiarna, did you? Because I know that the girls refer people to the show. They actually went to Kiarna. Hell no. But it is what it is. But yeah, Angel. This isn't the show for you. I just hate to tell you that. Beautiful girl, cute family, but if you here's the thing I will say. If you let somebody like a Giselle Bryant get under your skin, you got bigger fucking problems. Giselle is the easiest read besides Ashley. Those are two people you can absolutely, without a doubt, read for filth. I drag Ashley through Sheila. I drag Ashley through Sheila, through Michael, through her boys. Ashley's an easy read. Giselle is an easy read. If you let these two people run, like if you come onto Potomac and let the likes of a non-reading as Giselle rattle your cage, you got a problem. Hate to say it. If Angel was a real one, she would have responded, "Well, Giselle, I can I can suggest a filter that would smooth out those wrinkles, smooth out neck wrinkles." I agree. See, I would read Giselle on them her neck, them cankles, her fashions, her wigs, that upside down, inside out house. Like I could go for days on Giselle. I can go for days on Ashley, her husband or ex-husband. The fact that she can't afford that house that she's living in, the fact that Sheila can't afford the house that she's living in, the fact that Sheila is laid up with the nigga that ain't got a job that would have her under a bridge in a tent. Like, see, Angel, you need to get with good people that can help you read these heifers. Chuck says Kiana was a flop last year, even though the Muppet popped her ass. Oh God. And then y'all know next week Monique is back. I saw that. I was like, fuck. Fuck. Not Monique. Wasn't ready for her. Angel obviously never saw Candace read on Potomac. I would assume she never did. Because I just don't know how you can let. I don't think in the history of Potomac I have ever saw anyone come on and flop and let Giselle and Ashley get to them, besides Monique. And Monique only let Giselle get to her because Monique wanted to be friends with Giselle. That was her downfall. But as far as people coming on, ain't nobody back down to Giselle or Ashley. Tia, here's what I will say to you, Tia. Get you a good gay out there in DC that can read. Let them write some rehearsed reads for you. You practice them, and by the time you get to the reunion, you execute those reads on Ashley and Giselle, because those are the two women at the reunion that you need to read. If you can read them heifers into the ground, maybe you can come back as a friend of. But a full-time housewife, I think the fuck not. Not that funeral home Giselle lives in, Ashley's sons are going to evict her. Yep, look, y'all, I be want to call these boys something so bad, but I keep it to myself. No, but nope, I'm not gonna even keep it to myself. Little Jim and Crow, little Jim and Little Crow are gonna evict Ashley once they get to the age of 18. So yeah, that's all I got, you guys. But yeah, like I said, this episode, it was a bunch of confusion for me with them arguments. Because I don't understand half of them arguments, especially the one that we ended with. Yeah, I think Jazzy should have had Angel's flute. I would have preferred that. Hell, I would have preferred her have Angels. I would have preferred her either have Angel's flute or Kiana's flute. But one of them two flutes gotta go, as well as Ashley's flute gotta go next season. Don't bring them back, especially Ashley. Ashley is at the top of my list of please don't, Bravo, please for the love of God, don't bring that helper back. I think we've been asking y'all for years to get rid of Ashley Darby. I know I have. I can't speak for the rest of everybody. I can't speak for everybody else, but I know for me personally, I've asked y'all to get rid of Ashley Darby. But yeah, you guys, that's all I got. Y'all go and check out the Whether You Like It or Not panel. They are, I believe, on Busy's channel tonight. Go check out my people, and I might be there in the chat. I might be in the chat. I don't know. They still they don't have it. They don't have to wait until 18. Chester the molester put that house in the boy's name. But I get you saying that they don't have to wait till 18, but shit, where they gonna stay at in the well, they can, well, you know what, they can stay there without their mama, I guess, huh? I did see that Karen will be at BravoCon. I hope they hide all the alcohol. I hope they hide all the alcohol from Karen Huger. I would love to go to BravoCon, but them tickets, I'd be like, damn, I don't watch like outside of Housewives, I don't watch Bravo like that. So I don't know if it would be worth it for me to go to BravoCon because I would only deal with like Housewives and Married to Medicine and well, they recast Vanderpump Rules, so I don't know that new cast either. So I've always wanted to go to BravoCon. I just don't know if it would be worth it for me personally. But yeah, you guys, that's all I got. I am going to get off of here. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode. If you liked it, if you hated it, if you guys were as confused as I was when it came to these fucking arguments. Those tickets are another reason I can't stand Andy. Yeah, because I was what they start like at one ticket that I was looking at because I was like, I don't know if I would go to every event. It was like what $1,200. I was like, shit. Again, I only watch Housewives and Married to Medicine and what's that other show? Vanderpump Rules. I'm like, I'm not spending that much money for no fucking BravoCon. The fuck? Not you can't wait to troll busy. But yeah, you guys, I might be in the chat tonight, but if you don't see me there, you don't see me there. But I'm gonna do my best to be in the chat tonight. Chuck, you ain't even got a whole memes today. He's gonna do it. But yeah, you guys, I'm gonna get off of here and I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Bye, y'all. Stay safe. Take care of yourselves. Wash your hands. Be blessed. And I'll see you guys later.